All right. Ooh. How are you guys? I am doing good. I'm actually here to talk to you guys about Momentum Monday. And one of the biggest things that I realized with Momentum Monday is what are some things that I can do to create very good momentum for the week. And I got 10 steps to creating a very easy Momentum Monday or Monday momentum kind of atmosphere for you guys to get going. So, one of the first things that we want to look at in order to take advantage of certain stuff is decide in advance that you want to get a greater week. So, your attitude determines the set of the week. So, knowing that you want more out of the week, or you're going to drive yourself more, or coming into the week with a positive attitude in the sense that I'm going to do more, I'm going to achieve more. It's going to be a tough week. I'm going to get my butt kicked, but I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to do and I'm going to learn from it, or things like that. Oh man, I got a week that is going to just push me around, but you know what? I'm just going to survive. So again, that mindset, that how you set up the week is really what determines the length and the delivery of the week. So come into the week with a little bit more, not just positive attitude, but realistic understanding of what is going to be needed to achieve the week that you really want, and then set the attitude to determine the achievement of the week. All right. Number two would be define success very clear. So this week's going to be a tough week. If I could just make it through, that's great. This week's going to be a great week. I got a lot of work. If I can do 80% of that, that's great. If I can finish this project, if I can close this deal, whatever it is. But now you set forth the idea of, hey, this is what my week's going to look like, and this is what my attitude for the week needs to be. Now, what's the productivity that's going to be needed for the week? What is my defined goal that I need to succeed and reach for me to be happy? All right. So first one is decide the week and the attitude you're going to have for it. Second one is define the week, and then what is clear success? Define success, and then what it's going to need to produce that success. Then the third thing would be map that all out. So now I know what I need to do. I know the attitude I need to do to achieve that. Now I know what my determination of success inside of what I need to do for the week. So really good success, very low success. And now map that out. So if I reach my success and I do 100% of it, this is what's going to need to happen. If I reach my minimal goal, this is what's going to need to happen. So mapping out what I need to do to reach my success is pretty crucial. Schedule your actions and priorities into your calendar to determine your week. So set up your week, show your week in a calendar. I'm pretty good about that, but right now with everything going on and then adding stuff, changing stuff, it's hard for me. So my calendar looks one way, and then all of a sudden the day starts and my whole calendar has changed. It's not even what I had written down. So understanding that and being able to flow with it, but also to know your map, know your goal, and then know your attitude will set that all up if things start changing in your schedule. But having a pretty concrete schedule at least allows you to understand what is achievable and inside that time, right? Create measures of accountability. So for me, I have some people around me that work with me specifically that I've acquired and actually hired to hold me accountable. I hired them to hold me accountable. They're a little nervous about the job, but I have two specific individuals that I have around me right now to tell me, hey, Max, you're not doing your job. Hey, Max, you can do more. Hey, Max, we want more from you. And these are two guys that for them, it's weird because one, I'm giving them the opportunity. Two, I'm showing them a lot and they're showing me a lot. And we're kind of learning off of each other. And they don't see me as kind of like an employee. They see me as their mentor, as their coach, and as their boss. And really, I hired them to be my handler, to be my boss, to be my captain. I'm the ship and I'm ready to be driven, right? So I'm pretty excited about that. The way I look at it is that I'm the boat, I got a captain, and I got a shipmate, and those two guys are going to help me get through it. And I created this measure of accountability through them. So I told them what I want to do. They're going to hold me accountable. And if I don't succeed, it's based on them not telling me, hey, you're not doing it. You're not doing it. So I just put like levers in place to make sure that I can get that going. The other thing would be to go to bed earlier, right? Or make sure that you guys have a set schedule for sleeping or training, working and all that stuff. But mostly understanding, like me personally, I want to wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. I'm never going to really do that if I'm going to bed at 2, 1 in the morning. So then maybe I need to start working later and then actually waking up a little bit later. Well, that kind of sucks for my kids. It sucks for my wife. It sucks for my family. But I'm realizing now with being at home, I don't have a choice. I need to get 6 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours of uninterrupted work. The only time that I can find that is between the hours of 9 and 6 in the morning. So now I have to make a decision. Hey, look, Max, if you work from 10 or 12 o'clock till 4 o'clock, or you work from 11 till 5, you can get a solid 6, 7 hours uninterrupted work. You're probably going to have to push off some of the morning stuff on your wife, on Jillian, and then you got to actually kind of let the kids do their own thing in the morning. You're not going to get to interact with them, but it is what it is. But you still need to sleep 4 to 6 hours. So making sure that I'm getting to bed earlier or understanding what my routine needs to do so that I get consistent sleep and good sleep as well. Monday morning, rise a little earlier or rise with purpose. So meaning that I start the week understanding that, look, I got a week ahead of me. This is what I need to happen with my positive attitude or my attitude for it. This is what defines success for the week. This is what the map is. This is what my schedule is. This is what the accountability is. And then going to bed earlier and then waking up earlier or waking up with intention. So waking up, knowing that I'm going to eat, knowing that I'm going to get my stuff ready, and then start the process of going. So I'm going to wake up, I'm going to journal, I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to go ahead and start listening to my podcast or listening to some type of book or something while I'm doing cardio. And then I'm setting forth on that schedule. Okay. Number 8, eat healthy breakfast. Eat a healthy breakfast, eat a solid breakfast. So I know that if my breakfast isn't good, my whole day goes to poop. So if I can keep my first meal quality, whether it's high fat, low carbs, whether it's a balanced meal, whether it's high carbs with protein, and then I add in another meal. Me personally, I do real well with 2 meals in the morning. So what I mean by that is the first meal is liquid protein with carbohydrates, either oatmeal or fruit or something, and then or cereal. And then my next meal is more like fat-based, protein-based, avocado, eggs, bacon, sausage, things like that nature, right? So for me personally, that allows me to get 2 meals inside of the course of 2 to 4 hours. So I wake up at 5, I eat at 6, I eat again at 9 or 10. Well, now if I go until 12, 1, 2 o'clock without lunch, I'm fine. I got a good 500 to 1,000 calories in me. Now I can take a little gap and then I can start going again. So getting a good, healthy breakfast will help you, one, stay consistent, and then allow you to actually work longer with a little bit more mental focus. A lot of us don't wake up and don't eat something or don't get nutrients in our body. And we don't understand that by noon or by the end of the day, that's really why we're starting to crash or we're losing focus. It's not because of anything else. It's because that lunch or that late breakfast is actually starting to hinder us later in the day. Listen to 1 hour of empowering audio programming. So some type of self-help book, some type of YouTube, something that doesn't pertain specifically to your job, but pertains to you, which in turn pertains to your job. But so for me personally, I like reading a lot of stuff on spirituality. I like reading a lot of stuff on fitness. I like reading a lot of stuff on advertisement and social media and things like that. But when it comes down to my hour of self-taught or self-focus, I always listen to either a motivational speech. I listen to like Mind Body. I listen to different like Headspace or things like that. Those type of apps. I can't even really think of what I'm looking for my phone. The app that I've been using lately has been fire for me. It's pretty expensive though. And it has an actual like mental program on there that sets you up to kind of teach you how to meditate, teach you how to mentally focus. And I really enjoyed that. I'll try to find that and tell you guys that one, because that one was really good. So again, putting forth an hour of listening to something that's empowering or something that's motivational. All right. So like this. And then the last thing for you would be paying attention to end of each day and end of each week, what you actually accomplished, review the day, review the week, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it. So one thing that I noticed that I don't really like doing, I don't mind doing gratitude journaling, but I like to do reflective journaling. So I really like to look back at the day and then kind of give myself a positive and a negative of what I did. And then I like to do the same thing for the week, and I like to do the same thing for the month. And then I can grow on that based upon what I tell myself. So again, decide in advance what the attitude or what's the greatest importance for the week, then the productivity that's needed for the success and what is success for you for that week, and then map out your week through a schedule, and then go ahead and schedule your actions and make sure that there is priorities to it, and then it's in your calendar and you understand everything that's going to happen. Create measurable accountability. So if you don't reach it, why not? Who's going to hold you accountable? How are you holding yourself accountable? Go to bed earlier if you can, or build a good bed habit or sleeping habit. Make sure that you rise early on Monday or attack Monday. Be prepared to attack Monday. And then eat a healthy breakfast, or at least multiple breakfasts, to set you up for a longer work schedule after 9-10 o'clock. So you know that the morning is a little bit of a puttering time. And then also when work goes, it goes and there's no coming back. So preparing yourself for that little like, and then listen to 1 hour of something empowering. And then lastly, review your day, review your week, review your month, review your quarters. And that's how you're going to get better. So just like you do for your work, just like you do for your account, just like you do for everything else in life, you need to hold yourself that same way and do like a weekly call, a monthly call, and a quarterly call. Okay. Thank you guys. Hope you guys can use this in your benefit. Enjoy your Monday. Get a good momentum going. Crush this week. Love you guys.